Alright, I have verified the microphone is working. It is July 29th, 2021, a Thursday, and we're playing Final Fantasy once again. It's a good day for some RPG, isn't it? We shall continue where we left off. I believe we were right outside Elfheim. Yep, here we are. So, last time, I played a good hour and a half of the game without knowing my microphone was muted. So I was talking, and nobody could hear me. Yeah, that's how it goes. So, to summarize, we've got the Warrior Duck, the Red Mage Matthias, the Thief Madam Knight, the White Mage Owl. Together we've got the 4 crystals. We're searching for ways to revive their light and save the world. We've traveled quite a distance already. We started at Castle Cornelia, went to the Chaos Shrine, returned to the city of Cornelia, then went up to Matoya's cave, through Provoca, got the boat, came here to Elfheim. Let's see. I don't know if this is just me, my audio, or if the music is a little overwhelming. So I'll turn it down a little bit. I really love what they did with the battle theme. It's a real bop now. I'll stop. Level up. I think we're in very good shape for the Marsh Cave. We may need to get a few more supplies, but as far as level goes, I think we're actually kind of over-leveled. At least for my past experience of this game. We've already got level 4 spell charges available to us. I do want to get a Cura spell before I go in there, though. Yeah, I think I also want to get it. Did I get Diara? No, I did not. I do want to get a Diara spell. I think we'll give Cura to the Red Mage, and, well, I mean, Diara is going to the White Mage regardless, so. $100 gil per night. Everybody's got tap water. $3. We could use some new weaponry. I wonder what a crossier is. We could use a little bit of new weaponry. Our main 3 here, fighting forces here, can use some new... Could use sabers. Or I could just go back to Provoca and upgrade the items there. I did neglect to do that last time. Y'all couldn't hear me, but I did say that I needed to do that. I said I would stop singing with the song, but I can't seem to stop. You know, the end might have been highway robbery, but I probably should have taken that offer. I'm getting a tad light on HP. Not to the point where I'm worried about it, mind you, but definitely light. Heh. You try to escape me? Yeah, let's cast the heal spell. Oops. Gotta keep our numbers up. Can't very well show up to Cornelia dead. Heh. Sheesh. These dudes are kind of hefty. Alright, that battle was a little longer than I expected. That was a decent amount of experience. But we're going to the cheap suites. Why spend 100 gil at Elfheim when you can spend 30 gil at Cornelia? City of Dreams. Ironically, for a castle town, I wouldn't exactly call it a city. It's not very big. Alrighty. We're in pretty decent shape. Unfortunately, Owl took a hit here on the ocean, but that's okay. We're all good. Everything's fine. Everything's great. Well, yeah, our money's in pretty decent shape. We can actually go and buy 2 sabers. No, my math's wrong. We can buy 3. Which is precisely what we need. Technically, that Crossier would be better for it. But, I don't know. Giving a warrior a stick just doesn't sound good to me. Wow, okay. I guess it didn't occur to me that the thief would have better attack power and better accuracy than the red mage. But as far as like order goes, like let's see, you see our formation here? As far as that goes, that does not determine like accuracy, but it determines like hit chance. Like, slot 1 here has the highest chance of getting hit as next highest, and these two are, I think, the same. I think it's 12.5% or something like that. So, it's all about the defense, really. Alright, we got new weaponry. We might need to farm for some cash for some new defensive gear. Like, only one person has a helm. What gives? Probably get a copper armlet for the white mage. So yeah, well, let's see. Okay, the copper armlet might be a bit above our pay grade right now, but we just need a couple hundred gil for the other equipment. Let's go see if we can find and beat up Shrek. That dude gives a lot of gold. He's usually in the woods. Wargwolves, that'll do. Smack him with a hammer! Smash his face with an iron! Wow, what a hit! Goodness gracious. Really, what I'm preparing for is the Pisco demons in the Marsh Cave. Those dudes, you know, we can deal with the onslaught of enemies as they come. But the Pisco demons at the end of the Marsh Cave, oh boy, they're the real challenge. Hello, Duck. How are you doing today? Can you hear me? I tested myself and I could hear myself over my phone. But, oh, good, you answered me. That means you can hear me. Hey, wait a minute. How's the audio balance? I turned down the game music just a little bit, because, you know, playing over the speakers of my headset, it's louder than I am. But I'm not sure how it comes across on the stream. That battle theme is a little bombastic as well, so... We'll be able to buy some equipment with this amount of gil, but we need more! More money! Hey, there's Shrek. Shrek and his 2 pals. Alternatively, you may refer to this ogre as the Hulk. And his buddies here is the Fragmold Bulk. Or Crunk. Crunk. You know, from the Justice Friends! our HP's fine. Oh yeah, look at that money. 690 gil from one fight. I knew Shrek wouldn't let us down. I'll just cast a heal spell to, you know, make sure they don't gang up on us and make me regret life. Oh, they're ganging up on me, literally. Oh, hi, Dulls. I don't know, you tell me. See if you make the same joke that Duck did. Hey! Good, good. I'm glad you could hear me. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can't see it because you just got here. He said that he couldn't hear me after I asked him if he could hear me. Okay, we need an iron shield, 3 leather caps. No. 1 helm and 2 leather caps. There we go. And we're just short of the copper armlet, so we might be able to sell some equipment. That's right. This game is breaking all the conventions. Right? Wait till you hear the battle theme. Whew! Unless you heard the battle theme. I think he showed up while I was in a battle, so... Yeah. Yeah, that never occurred to me until maybe you mentioned it, but somebody mentioned it, and I'm just like, yeah, that's really weird, isn't it? A paltry 12 gil for selling these rapiers. I know they're well used and whatnot, but come on. Well, so much for selling stuff to get that copper armlet. Guess we'll have to go beat Shrek up again. Yes, they are. In fact, the inn actually has a different version. I think that's a nice touch. They say the remixes of this music were overseen by Nobuo Uematsu himself, so... You ought to hear what they did to the Final Fantasy II world map music. Holy cow, that's good. Whew! Also, the Chocobo music in Final Fantasy II finally got extended. Whoops. Like an ogre! Pretty much, yeah. And just those, yeah, okay, we can go get that copper armlet now. Told you we just needed to find some ogres. Well, I said Shrek, but you know what I mean. Why is it... Yeah, I gotta say, I was kind of worried about the music getting rearranged originally, but I don't know. Now I'm really excited to hear what they do with 4, 5, and 6, and especially 5 and 6, because they've never gotten proper rearrangements. We'll get to other Final Fantasy games later, though. Oof. They are on sale for like another few weeks, so if you want to keep that in mind. No, I know what you mean. I know I've been really hard on like the rearranged DS soundtrack, but it's really just like the Steam version that doesn't sound right. But yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeesh. Sorry, I'm so used to only having a debit card because I never use a credit card that I just assumed that that's what you're talking about. But yeah, I can understand it. I recall really liking the 3D version's music on the DS, but it had proper bass and sounded really good. I don't know, I'm gonna have to hard disagree. Well, okay, Troya, I agree. But, I'm gonna have to disagree on the boss theme, but, I know H.C. Bailey said he liked the final boss theme in the arranged version better than the original, and I'm like, ooh, that's a hard disagree from me. Oh, yeah, tell me about it. I've been listening to Final Fantasy V soundtrack a lot lately. Alright, we don't need to come here first, but I thought I would. But this could be iffy. There's some pretty tough enemies in here. Is that really so bad? I mean, you obviously played the original Final Fantasy X, so... I don't know for sure, but... If only I could retrieve the crown from the Marsh Cave, I would be able to restore my castle. Might you bring me the crown? Yeah, I gotta say, this version of the song is completely unrecognizable from its original version. Wow. But, like, in a good way. Oh yeah, I need the key. Like, I know it's like a slower version of the castle theme, but it's totally different. It used to just be a slower version of the normal castle music. Nice hit, Owl. You know, I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I'm like, it almost makes sense that the dude in that game is just some regular guy, because the 4 Warriors of Light in canon of this game just kind of appear one day. So it just makes me think that they literally just appeared. They were probably like walking the streets of Los Angeles or something and went, and were like, how am I here? Grr, I'll kill Chaos. I don't know, the more I think of that game, the more I look forward to it. It looks like good, stupid fun. Isn't that the voice of Vegeta? I was gonna do an impression of the Team 4-Star guy, but I don't want to do that to anybody. Mostly myself, but you know. Ha 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 ha! Try and run away from me, Sir Shrek! Me and this army! I'll tell you what, I'm really glad I don't have to use a cottage to save. Playing the NES version still has a lot of value in terms of playing a game with challenge, because whew, that game can be pretty tough. Let's see. Our HP is actually doing okay. I'd like it to be better. I'm almost tempted to use the tent, but it's our only one, and we're in decent enough shape. But here it is, one of the hardest dungeons in the game, proportionate to where you're at, the Marsh Cave. One step, it's living up to its reputation. Didn't even get a chance to listen to the music. Yeah, in the NES version, the White Mage totally looks like a dude. But I didn't really care about, like, I didn't take gender of the sprites into account, because I named the thief after my younger sister, who's Undertaker on Twitch, who I keep forgetting for some reason, because she's Madam Nightmare everywhere else. Yeah, you can say that again. Yeah, brute force method wins every time. Yeah, spell charges. I'm of two minds about that. I kind of like it to one extent because it's faithful to the original, but that is a little weird because as far as I know, she's not. I mean, you know, context clues and whatnot, but oh, good grief, it's the werewolves. This could be interesting. Alright, apparently it's going to be a little less interesting than I thought. Way to go, Duck. Kick that dude's butt. I think she's Madam Nightmare on Steam. Didn't you know the duck is the natural predator of the werewolf? Oh. I'm so used to these guys being incredibly difficult in the NES version that I totally forgot how big of chumps they were. Alright, who got their cool shades? Oh, right. Blind isn't a permanent status in this game. So that's pretty nice. And to be honest, I wasn't totally paying attention to this song, but oh boy. You know I could have avoided this. Alright, everybody focus on those and I'll use Dia and the skeletons. The skeleton trying to run away. Yes, please do. Ooh, I like that animation. Excuse me? Alright. Who had the dagger? I might be thinking of Final Fantasy 2 or 3. I did play all 3 of them. I can't use Dia and these guys. Can you imagine? I feel like I could see Zidane doing that. I like how all these enemies want to run away from me. They know. I think there is a mechanic, actually, that's like, if you're a higher level. Maybe that's a later game. Do I have Poisona? Maybe I know that. I don't. Okay, well, alright. Cool. Actually, I think Poison is a level 4 spell in this game, weirdly enough. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I know the slimes you're talking about. What? Did it? Huh. I must have just got a lot of money. Which is a very strangely named achievement. Well, let's hear it. Oh, yeah, that might be the worst thing about the DS version. If I'm thinking about it correctly. It just sounds so weird in the 3D version. It's one of the coolest sounds in the original game. Yeah, even as a kid, I'd intentionally cast it over other spells just because of how cool it sounded. Oh no, I'm poisoned. Barf! Oh no you don't, this is a Mercedes. You know, I might be thinking of the GBA version. Yeah, I'm thinking of the GBA version of Final Fantasy V, where it sounds bad. Like, bad. Maybe it sounded fine on the DS version. I don't know, it's been a while since I've had it. The Steam version of that runs at like 15 frames a second, so it's really difficult to play. Fun! Are you asking me, or are you stating a fact? Because it could go either way. Some primordial ears! Okay, good. That wasn't a trapped panel. Yeah, as hard as they tried. I mean, I don't think the soundtracks were as bad as some people say, but the sound effects definitely suffered. Uh-oh, there's paralysis. I think 5 took advantage of the GBA sounds and made it sound more like a synth type soundtrack, which, oh, of course. But I think the GBA used its own strengths to its advantage to make it sound good enough. Kiki. Yeah, I agree. I always say that Golden Sun makes other GBA games sound worse by comparison. There are a few exceptions. I think the Minish Cap does a really great job, too. Yeah, look at Nightmare's cool shades. I've got cool shades too! Yeah, we're cool dudes! You know, I don't actually know if they followed tradition and made blind a completely useless status effect, but I haven't seen me miss yet, so... Okay, our first trip into the Marsh Cave was a rousing success. I think now we can safely use the tent. I didn't even notice the sort button was here for a little while. So in like Final Fantasy II, I was trying to rearrange equipment, and I'm just like, I can't figure out how to do it. So I'm like, how could they mess up the sort feature? And then I look up in the corner, and there it is. I see. I actually ate before the stream this time, so I could keep playing longer. You plan on streaming tonight, Dulls? Are you still playing Okami? Did you finish that? I don't know! Nice. Cool. Well, knowing that I have an extra hour bought because I forgot about time zones, maybe I can pop in for that. I can play a little longer, finish up here. I'm probably going to go beyond the Marsh Cave too, because, yeah. Oh, that's fun. Birthdays are fun. Tomorrow's Friday, but I work tomorrow night. Oh yeah, something I said during the last stream that nobody could hear because my microphone was muted was that I still plan on playing OJ tomorrow. It's just going to be much like an hour or an hour and a half earlier. because I'd have to go into work at 11, so... To me, those things die a lot easier. Ooh! A BBQ place and baked potatoes. That sounds like a blast, especially in Texas. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Everything's better, or everything's bigger in Texas, especially the barbecue. I mostly chose to call my younger sister, or make my younger sister the thief just because of the ninja class. Baked potato with butter, cheese, ranch, and grilled chicken. Oh yeah, nix the ranch for me, and that sounds like a great meal. I mean, it sounds great either way, but I'm just not a big fan of ranch myself. Well, if I ever make my way down there, I'll have to try it. Oh, it's homemade ranch? Well, in that case, maybe I would give it a shot. That craft stuff, you know, that's like, I mean, craft with a C, not with a K. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sour cream myself. Alright, I'm burning too many level 1 spell charges, so let's use a level 2 spell charge. So something I expressed confusion over yesterday that, again, none of you could hear, was that the level 2 slow spell targets all enemies, but the level 4 slow spell only targets one. And that's really bizarre to me. I'm running out of antidotes. This is a bit of a problem. Was that a friend notification or did I get an Achivo? Oh, that took a while to click. I didn't understand what you were meaning. But I get it now. Oh yeah, you had mentioned that, Duck. I would imagine you weren't the one who was having to stay in the hospital. But, at least from what I can gather. But, yeah, how's whoever's in the hospital? That's a very crude way of asking that, but, oh, good. Oh, okay. I forgot. I didn't notice I was poisoned. Yeah, surprisingly, I'm not gonna say they've adjusted it because I haven't gotten all that far into Final Fantasy II yet. I'm only in Salamand. But, it really hasn't been terrible. I've also been kind of loosely following H.C. Bailey's LP. And, I'm actually having fun with Final Fantasy II. Which, you know, I've always liked that game. It's not even close to my favorite Final Fantasy. But, I don't think it's nearly as bad as some people say it is. That is true. Those stupid trap rooms with the, like, heightened encounter rates. Ugh. Don't you dare. Oh, dagnabbit. Alright, well. It's up to you, White Mage. Good job. That was targeted. Yeah. I didn't let 2 beat me either. Oh, a Phoenix down. Nice. Yeah, keep trying to run. See if I care. I don't know, but I'll tell you what is a legit good idea. That marathon idea. That sounds like a blast. We should find, like, a charity to support or something, and then, like, do it. Oh, I get you were joking, but I think if we... It would take planning, of course. I'm not saying we should do it, like, next week. 4 through 6 aren't available yet. But seriously, if that's something we want to plan for down the line, that sounds like a blast. Okay, that's good thing I have cure spells. And this is the scariest part about spell charges. Yeah. I would totally let you do that. You can absolutely have 9. I wouldn't even say it'd be just the 2 of us, because getting other people to join in would be even more fun. Plus, we'd be doing like this in, what, a course of a month and a half or something like that? So, especially with 15, that would be really difficult to get through. I don't know who the resident expert of 13 would be, but I do not want that one. I mean, it'll only take me about 15 hours to do Final Fantasy IV 100%, so... That's true. Oh yeah, absolutely. Even with 4, you could be like, play the 2D version or the 3D version. Even as much as I would prefer to do the 2D version, it wouldn't be unwilling to do the 3D version. It would take me longer than 15 hours, though. Just by merit of it being a harder game. Yes, that is true. Oh. Yeah, I agree. I always liked the voice acting. I've seen some people call it, quote, cringe, and I'm just like, no, I don't think it is. I disagree. I've been really harsh on the 3D version lately, but it's not nearly as bad as you think I think it is. It's a great version, I just prefer it on the Nintendo DS. Mostly because its frame rate actually seems okay. Just wait until you hear the dumb lyrics I came up with for... Oh, good grief. Okay, well, now I need to use the Phoenix down. Oh no, I hear it's locked to 15 frames a second. Which seems a little low, but yeah, it's weird because the 3D version of Final Fantasy III runs just fine. I thought the new computer, I thought it was just the Fossil that was like that, but yeah, if there's a fix, please let me know. Oh good, I'm out of antidotes after this. It might be time to return to Elfland. I certainly don't want to take on the Pisco demons in this condition. And we've got tons of money, so that's not a problem. You know, that kind of makes sense. I see what you mean by that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that for a bit. Oh look, a Carper armlet! Nuts. At least I'm not getting a seizure from this, unlike the NES version. Yep, see ya. I don't know why that sounded so ridiculous to me. Oh, good, a preemptive strike. The perfect time to run away. A little bit of a touch I appreciate is, like, there's some sounds you can even recognize from other games. When you use a magic spell. I don't know if it comes across in this version, but in Final Fantasy II, like the white magic sound is from Final Fantasy V, and they actually both magic sounds are. What was that about the summon bubbles? That is a great question. I can't wait to find out. Oh, I see. Sure is nice to have a thief that can increase my running ability. Alright. I'm gonna have no HP at all, but if I keep that up. Cool, out of level 1 spell charges for the red mage. Tra-la-la-la. Excuse me, bat. Thank you. I don't know if cottages cure poison, but Do I want to use it, though? I could just get back to Elfheim. That's where I'm going anyway. No, I'm out of spell charges. I need to use it. I can't tell if you're making fun of my sister or what, because that's, no, I'm just kidding around. Oh, good. That doesn't heal poison. Alright, perfect. Oh, it's Shrek again. Well, we're not in any condition to fight him. This is the part where you run away. Oh, yeah, you're right. Why is that amusing to me? That should not be amusing. I don't remember how to get rid of poison outside of... nope, it's not there. I guess I just have to buy, oh no, I blanked. What am I supposed to buy? Antidotes. That's it. Or it could just be me. Nah. This is just the Michigan winter. This is the sounds you hear when there's snow on the ground. First, we'll buy the antidotes. Holy moly, alright. Well. Alright. Well, while we're standing here and have tons of money... Can I get... Yeah, I can get 100 already. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. We're gonna need them. That's a little excessive. And expensive. How many do we have? None, right. I used them all. 30 ought to be okay. Five Phoenix Downs. Ethers are a little weird in this game because they didn't exist in the original, but because of spell charges and whatnot, they're a little weird because they restore 1 MP per magic level. I feel like that would get more useful the higher level you are, with the higher levels having less spell charges. But I really can't see that being very useful for like lower level spells. Which is really ironic for Ethers. Yeah, right? It just doesn't even sound that great. I do not currently. Square Enix said something like, "Oh well, if the demand is high enough, we'll put them on consoles." Which is a ridiculous thing to say, because everyone said the moment they were announced, these should be on Switch, why aren't they on Switch? That's the weird thing, Switch is getting almost everything, except when it doesn't. And that's when it's weird. Let's see. I should get one of these spells. I know, I would just get Final Fantasy IV, to be honest. I'd totally buy Final Fantasy IV again just to have it with me on my Switch. Yeah, I agree. That makes sense. Oh, that could be useful. Yeah, it still doesn't make any sense that Persona 5 is not on Switch. It's not a game I'm particularly interested in, but that doesn't mean it makes sense that it's not there. I'd be more likely to try it, I'm sure, if it were, but, Oh. Well, I'm glad to see that the copper armlet's going to be useful in some way. Make the thief a little more evasive. Oh yeah, no disagreements here. As far as consoles go, I still prefer the Super Nintendo, but I cannot deny the Switch's awesomeness. Yeah, the weight stat is different. I think it's a little different in this one. I checked the GBA version yesterday when I was looking at something else. Oh, right. I was looking to see if you could forget spells in that version. Because you can in this. And you can. Y'all just couldn't hear me say that because my microphone was muted. And I will continue to make fun of myself for that. For not noticing. Always check your microphones, people. If you're gonna stream, it's just the best practice. Bop, 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 bop. I'll tell you what, I forget what they called them. It was some word that I know, but can't seem to recall, but that was one of my favorite things about the DS version of Final Fantasy IV. Giving characters all sorts of bizarre moves that don't make sense with them. Oh, Cry is so good in the 3D version. I would even go so far to say it might be busted. At least for the point where you have Porum in your party. I'm thinking about it. I'm wondering if I should go get that fire spell. I've got 4 spell charges on level 3, so I think it'd be a good idea. Yeah, like a lot of the moves were retooled. I think that's why they increased the difficulty too, because those extra moves were actually really good. I'll get fire. Fire. There. Multi-targeting spells are always a good thing. Unless they heal your enemies, and then they're not. Ouch. Yeah, it still like drained your HP every time you attacked, but it was something that stayed around for a few turns. Way cooler than that Dark Wave junk. I don't even know why they took that out of the Super Nintendo version, to be honest, because when the Dark Knight used it when you're like doing the Paladin trial, it just makes no sense. As a kid, even as a kid, I was like, how come he has that attack? How come I don't get to use that? Yeah, I think that, yeah, I know H.C. Bailey said the same thing back in the day when he Let's Played the first game, or the original. And, yeah. I think they unintentionally made it easier or made it harder, because I still think the GBA version is way easier than the Super Nintendo version. And granted, the Super Nintendo version is easy to begin with. But, yeah, instead of removing it, they should have just tweaked it, like... Oh yeah, there's plenty of things wrong with the GBA version. Yeah, I know it. Some characters go twice for some reason. It's... ugh. Still, it's the version I played for the first time after my dad sold the Super Nintendo copy. I hear the European version of that release is way better. Like, it actually fixes all those bugs and whatnot. And knows grammar, unlike me. I don't know why I need to check the map again for this. It's down, but... I think I heard that recently. And I'm just like, huh, that's weird. Stop poisoning me, enemies. It's annoying. Oof, that hurt. You know, somehow I never noticed that, but the Super Nintendo version doesn't have a visual indicator on the active time battle gauge, so... I probably merely just never noticed, because I could never see a confirmation of that. Yeah. Well, that was just the PlayStation era in general. Do you think that's bad? Yeah, okay, that's pretty bad. But Legend of Dragoon has the same problem. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah, I think that fad of making things bigger just because kind of died out. Nice. Another battle perfectly executed. So it's generally a good idea to approach these chests from the side, because there's usually a trap tile in front of them that does a forced encounter. bonus points if you're using it against Sephiroth and he uses Supernova right afterwards. Then you get to experience, well, then you go through the entire life cycle and your children will have to finish the game for you. Or your children's children have to finish it for you, rather. I was thinking last night about how, like, there's always that debate on whether Kefka is better or Sephiroth is better, and, like, the argument for Kefka is that he actually succeeds in destroying the world. Meanwhile, the Emperor over here in Final Fantasy II is like, heck man, the game started after I took over the world. What now? Isn't Mighty Number 9's credits like 3 hours long or something? Something ridiculous like that. Yeah. 4 hours. Jeez. Oh, see ya, werewolf. Too afraid of duck, I see. You could say Golbez kind of succeeds, except that, like, he's not the true villain, so... Hey, yeah! What gives? What up, Sephiroth? Nah, I'm joking around. Sephiroth's pretty great. I almost think he's unintentionally hilarious in ways. Yeah, it's Zeromus or Zemus whose plans fail like crud. He's like, ha ha ha, the Giant of Babel is here, and then like, yeah, they just instantly stop it. It's one of the least threatening things in the series. The dungeon music is great though, so I can't harp it too badly. I like Sephiroth, but for other reasons. He kills one of your party members, and so does Golbez. And the Emperor, oh boy, the Emperor doesn't stop killing your party members. Yeah, what the heck takes so long with that meteor? It's like... That's like one of the most obvious examples of the old joke of when the world is in the greatest peril, it's time for more side quests. Okay, this is easily the best feature now. I can see... What is going on over there? I think the most hilarious part about Supernova is that it does set damage, so it will literally never kill you. Or it's like based on percentage or something. So it goes through all this trouble to show the planet's being destroyed, and then it can't even kill you. I don't know, the whole thing where it goes through Jupiter always makes me laugh for some reason, because for some bizarre reason, my mind always thinks that it's like attempting to avoid the attack by opening up, instead of being blown up that way. Does that make sense? Yes, I knew getting Pyra was a good idea. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is great. I really enjoy it. I know you have your qualms with it, Dulls, and that's fine. But, yeah, it does have some of the most ridiculous things like that. Okay, go next door, get the chest. Throw them in the water, catch a few clams. Number 2, semi-gloss lipstick. Yeah. Alright, maybe using fire at this time was a little bit overkill because Duck decided to murder that first green slime. Ooh! Alright, that one there. Oops. Ahem, as I was saying. I did it wrong again. Darn it. There. That room there is where the Fisco demons are and where we get the crown. Your problem is just you went for 100% Steam achievements, and that's like something nobody wants to do. Nobody should ever be subject to that torture. So you want to do it for Final Fantasy VIII next? Oh! That missed a key! As if I'm coming back for that. At least Final Fantasy VIII wouldn't have a necessarily requirement as ridiculous as like mastering every single materia. It probably has something just as tedious, but yeah. You know, honestly, that's been my big problem with it. It's like, yeah, the main like trio has a great amount of, or I guess, Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and what's her name? Chris. They all have great personalities. Oh, hi, Link. But, yeah, I was like, I just, you know, I wanted more personality from everyone else. Those moments, like when you can kick the ball at Red 13 on the beach, is just hilarious. And there are some absolutely great moments that are some of the most exciting in the series. And then others that are just like, yeah. But the remake is just really, really great. Nice to see you crawl out of the grave from Elfheim there, Link. The gosh dang brand. I only use the bootleg version. Gosh dang T! No, in this game it says "Here lies Link." I don't really understand why they didn't go and change it to like Erdrick or whoever the Dragon Quest reference was in the NES version. Ah, the Mystic Key again. I guess we are gonna come back here after we defeat Astos. I'll show you when we get back to Elfheim. Oh, they are? Huh. Neat. I didn't know that. Okay, all the bottom row seems to be locked. Bruh, throw it on the timeline. This is canon. Yeah, that white magic spell sound that happened when I casted Dia there, that's from Final Fantasy V. I really want to save a fire spell charge for the Pisco Demons. Yeah, I think that's my problem with Final Fantasy VI. Where, like, there comes a point in the second half of the game where, like, everyone's personalities are just kind of dropped, and... Yeah. That's why I like Final Fantasy V more than Final Fantasy VI. That and the music's better. And Final Fantasy VI is great and all, it's just... I don't know, it kind of loses its luster in the second half. I don't know why I'm checking this. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know why I was checking that if I knew that was going to happen. The door is trapped! Oh, okay. I didn't know I had auto battle on. I must have hit the map button right as I went into battle. Okay, that one's empty. Alright. Are we ready for battle? I think we're way over leveled for this. So if this looks easy, well, then there you go. Not really, because the... Excuse me? Where's the Pisco Demons? There they are. I have no idea what version changed that from a trap tile to... Maybe I'm just... The last version I played of this was the NES version, so maybe it's just the NES version that had it be a trap tile, because you could walk off of it and walk back onto it and fight them again. You could also find them in varieties of 2, 3, or 4, and, well, we got 4. I don't know if it varies in this version, but, this was probably the way it was in the GBA version. Oh, yeah, I agree. It means you can't accidentally step on the tile again and fight them all over again. How was that first one so easy to kill? That first one went down in a single strike, and these ones are taking a bit more. Alright, cool. Got him! And we did it all without losing a single person. The experience stays matched. That's it. That's the final boss of the game. Yeah. Beat Splatoon. It's a bit weird that there was a hissing noise. Cool. Now let's get out of this dump. This heck hole. What is in there that's so special? There's no... Maybe it's just a... Yeah, mind flayers are a Final Fantasy staple. They're on loan from D&D. And speaking of D&D, the one reason I'm really glad spell charges are back is kind of lame, but for years I've wanted to do this thing where, like, we do a video that's like a video series that's like a group of friends and me playing D&D, and it's this game. I would have used the original NES version, but since this version has spell charges, I can use this version. Maybe that'll come to light someday. I brought it up to my D&D group, and they seemed reasonably positive about doing it someday. That too. Just in general, I think the fact that this has gotten a nice retool. And, you know, because it has spell charges, it doesn't delegitimize the PSP version or anything like that either. Unfortunately, that version was never made available on Steam. Otherwise, I would have had this years ago. Ah, good. I was about to say, where's the stairs, but they're right there. Well, thanks for stopping by, Dulls. It's been a great time. Thanks for hanging out. Have some good eats. I think we're gonna go to the point where we can beat Astos and then call it a night. Oh, look at Duck's cool shades. Then again, it depends on how I feel. I've been having a lot more fun with this game than I expected. I mean, I enjoy Final Fantasy 1. I would even probably say it's an underrated title these days. But I didn't expect to enjoy this much. Just having fun sitting here playing the game, streaming it. Enjoying all the stuff this new version has to offer. Which is mostly cosmetic, to be fair. But still, the better music, or the new music, is really enhancing the experience for me. Oh, you know what? I said we'll beat Astos, but we get the Mystic Key afterwards, so we might just do the revisit of the Marsh Cave and get the other cool stuff in there, and then we'll go to Cornelia and then get the stuff in there, and Elfheim, etc., etc. In fact, instead of going straight to the Western Keep, we're gonna go back to Elfheim real quick and restock some of our supplies. Mostly just to heal up, but I don't think we have any need to enhance our weaponry. What's our guild like? We could get more spells. That sounds like a plan. But first, we shall go pay our respects. F in the chat, boys. Oh, I tabbed out. There we go. Anything to your liking? Kira... Well, I definitely want Diara. And Kira. We might come back for that at some point. Diara's gonna be really great against Lich. But Null Blaze would be really good against Merilith. So I might switch that out at some point. On the other hand, I don't find much use out of the Null spells, except maybe the Ice one against Kraken. But we shall see. We definitely want Thundara. Then we'll get another Kira for Red Mage. I'm mostly referring to them as their classes, just because. It's weird that they didn't just go ahead and like add a epitaph for the rest of the tombstones to just kind of enhance the joke, but whatever. King of the Dark Elves, you say? Let's see what we've got in this store. I think Blizzara's here? Yeah. Oh, I was thinking it was the slow spell. It was the sleep spell, where the level 1 sleep spell casts on all enemies, but the level 4 sleep spell only works on one. And I don't really get it. Maybe it's an accuracy thing, but yeah, I definitely don't get it. Yeah, I'll just get Blizzara now. I'd really like to get Haste, though. Haste is very good in this version. Not version, but this game. Alright, cool. We're all stocked up. We'll stop at the inn, and then we'll go to the Western Keep. Alright. Let us continue our journey. It's like the exact opposite formation as the one from earlier. Well, see ya. Alright, here we are at the Western Keep. The king of this castle asked us to retrieve a crown, and that's what we got from the Pisco demons in the Marsh Cave. And now here he is. Ha 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 ha! You fools fell right into my trap! I am Astos, king of the Dark Elves! Oh no, what a shocker. With the combined power of the crown you now hold, and the crystal eye I already possess, I will become the true Elf King! It is useless to resist me. I can take what is mine by sheer force! Me attack you! Apparently we had the same idea. But it missed. Great. Hey, it turned her invisible. Nice. Oh, this might hurt. Ouch! Alright. Alright. Slow Ratu? What? I'm really confused. I'm not sure what happened with the spells there. Usually the second version of the spell is the multi-targeting one. Maybe it is an accuracy thing. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Oof. Alright. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, that's this isn't good. We might be in trouble, boys. This is fine. This is fine. We can totally recover from this. I don't like the looks of that. Stop using haste, darn it. At least slow wore off of Madam Knight there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh this is gonna hurt, oh! How many spell charges do I have left? Oh dear. Okay. This is totally fine. We can recover this. Oh no! Okay, maybe not. Alright. Go for broke. Nuts. Alright. Well. It's good to know. There's autosaves? Huh. It's good to know that this game still has bite. I certainly cannot say I was prepared for that mess. Oh, cool. He missed duck. Maybe I should have bought haste. I don't really know what Invis is gonna do for magic spells, but yeah, put on the shades, see if I care. And this dude might be just immune to slow. I've got better things to do with my magic anyway, so I might as well do those. Ouch. We're just floating pairs of sunglasses, just like in 100% orange juice. So I don't think it needs to be said, but I'm going to say it anyway. This version of the song is a bop. Hey! There we go. That was much easier. I guess that holds to the old tradition of Astos is a coin flip. Why was he so easy that time? Alrighty. We got the Crystal Eye. Cool. Alright. We shall return this to Matoya. Oh, going the wrong way. Oh, nice. One-shotting the ogres. Like an ogre. I am an ogre! Oh, real good, Shrek. I am an ogre! Yeah. Yeah, we've moved on. That Astos guy, whatever. We seriously should have had haste, though. That was definitely one of the big reasons we lost that first round. Was it in the level 3 one or the level 4 one? Level 4, okay. Or not. Where haste is around here somewhere. Was it? Oh, it's a black magic spell in this game, isn't it? That's weird. Huh. I totally forgot that. Alright, cool. We'll stop at the inn at Cornelia, and then we'll be on our way to Matoya's cave. Throw lightning at them. Cool. That went as well as I expected. Buccaneers in the port? That almost makes too much sense. Arr, me hearty! Ye dare port your ship here? We'll kill all ye and take your booty! Arr, we wanted your booty, but instead ye kicked ours! Alright, there's a port a little closer to Matoya's cave. I think we can access that now. I don't see why we couldn't. We've achieved legendary warrior status. Arr, me hearties! We be back for revenge! Oh, that's Provoca. That's a lot of dudes. Naturally, we're just gonna throw lightning at them again. Well, that'd be mighty convenient of you. And it also helps because we would get tons of money that way because Buccaneers lose a lot, or drop a lot of money. Level up! Alright, here we go. Here's the port I was thinking of. You know, it's weird. We didn't run into any crazy horses last time. I'm pretty sure they're outside Provoca. Da-da-da-da! My eye! Oh my! Take this potion. It's the most amazing potion in my entire collection. I can see! I can fight! I couldn't resist that reference. Hey, there's the crazy horses. Not so scary anymore, hey? Pony boy? Hey, wait a minute. You... Oh, you know what? He had the eye. I had the crown. And that's what made him so strong. Otherwise, you're absolutely right. You had me thinking there for a second. I'd have been like, bro, you're so right. I should have went... I think, man, the encounter rate's pretty high today. Ah, crud. I didn't mean to cast Thundara. Oh well. That made that battle a lot shorter. We're gonna make a quick pit stop at Provoca. Or it would be quick if I stopped running into enemies like this. I'm not even sure I have enough level 2 spell charges. I do? It's level 3 spell charges. Eh, 50 gil. It's not as bad a rip as the Elfheim one, but I'll take it. Silence or null shock? I have a general rule about debuffs. I guess I could give the silence to one and null shock to the other. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. Null shock to the red mage, silence to the white mage. There. Even if I never use those spells, I really do like filling out the line of spells. Oh, but there's temper! Oh! You know what? Yeah, get rid of that. We're learning temper. That's pretty nice that you can just do that in the menu like that. You certainly could not do that in previous versions. Oh, red mage can equip broadsword. That's good to know. In fact, I'll purchase one now. I think I'll eat it now. Alright, we're all good on armor here. So let's return to Elfheim and use the Jolt Tonic on the Prince, so we can bring peace back to Elfheim. Westbound and down, rolling up and trucking. We're gonna say what they can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm westbound, so watch old bandit run. Fish. Spleesh. Alright, I'm just gonna auto battle this while I take a drink of water. Whoops. Yeah, I occasionally get that urge. I need to set up my Wii U. It's just been sitting here in my room in a box underneath the Wii balance board. Ever since I moved. It has not moved at all. Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening. Okay, it's gonna make us walk around, is it? Alright. That's fine. How did you expect we would do that? I mean, it just so happens we can. Hi, how's it going? This Jolt Tonic may be just what we need to break the curse and awaken the prince. I will try it at once. I made a joke yesterday about how this dude's been sleeping for 5 years, and you don't have to feel bad about sleeping until like noon. And it went completely unheard because my microphone was muted. I was having a terrible nightmare. Am I still dreaming? You're the legendary warriors. Something tells me I'm not dreaming. I shall heed the legend as it was told to me by my forefathers. The time for me to pass on the mystic key to its rightful owner has come at last. Then why don't you get out of bed? I don't really feel like it. Just 5 more minutes. I also made a joke about how this is the only place where you'd see elves call dwarves a friendly bunch. Yeah. Mithril Hammer, 800 gil, 700 gil, and bronze gloves. Alright, now it's time to go around and collect some hidden treasure! First, since our boat is the closest, we can go hitch a ride to Cornelia and get the treasure chests over there. Then we can go back to the Western Keep, get the treasures there, and then go over to the Marsh Cave once again and get those treasures we left behind. It's a shark! Oh man, we were dead on and then I moved. I gotta find out how to do the how to get the slide puzzle to work in this game. There's an achievement about winning the secret slide puzzle minigame. But I never even knew how to activate that even in the original. Cornelia Castle. Oh, we're not gonna get to it that way. Alright, here we go. Mithril knife. Nice timing with the emotes there. We're gonna need that nitro powder for the to blow up part of the peninsula. Didn't I just... Hang on a second. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just got iron armor. Oh. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, it's alright. That's the queen's room, that's the princess's room. Do. Do, 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 do. I kinda like how this song was made more posh than before. Wasn't there... The Chaos Shrine has some mystic key locked doors. We're going in. Cover me, boys. I'm going in. This should be a much easier trip than it was last time because, you know, we're way stronger than the enemies now. Ambushed by skellies. They're gonna regret provoking us. Ooh, that sounds cool. Rune blade. Yeah. Duck can equip that, but giving that to the red mage just seems to fit. Plus, I need more attack power. I need to keep up. The thief is outpacing me. Actually, she's just outpacing me in general. With a 14 strength. And I remember it like yesterday when warg wolves were actually threatening. Oh, this is a nice variety of enemies. What do you say we light them on fire? Y'all up for that? Ha ha ha! That one was smart. Oh, the warg survived. That's a little surprising. Oops! Well, that's what they get. I didn't even realize it went to the next turn. Ooh, that sounds cool. The Werebuster. Yeah, in exchange for the Rune Blade, Duck can have that one, so he can fight his natural prey. See, it's all about that lore. Oh, warg is another word for wolf. In that case, you could also say they're called the warg. Which, you know, it really depends on your preference on what's funnier, but warg is pretty funny. Silly little Vern. Oh, we already got that one. Alright, that's fine. I'll tell you what, though, that Werebuster would have been much more useful earlier. When we first went into the Marsh Cave. But it'll certainly be well appreciated for our revisit here shortly. Get him! We just all pile onto this poor wolf. It's like, no, please! Meanwhile, Owl's over there just like, stop, it's already dead! Yeah, he brought friends this time. Now we're beating him and his friends up. We're the heroes, everybody. It's like the Wolves of Weldon or something. Actually, not quite. Those are magic wolves. That could talk. missed? How could I miss? It was 3 feet in front of me. They're gasps, so that's the noise I'm trying to make. The Minecraft gas noise. Alright, we're going in. I gotta put that Werebuster to use. Let's get him! It's funny how, like, you complete an area and then you just feel powerful. That can be both a good and bad thing. Because knowing me, I'll get a big head about it and then I'll just get beaten up. Let's go for a little overkill. I want to see the DR animation. Purdy! I'm getting real tired of their poison. I'll tell you what. Alright, fire didn't do as much as I thought or hoped. The Mithril Hammer is doing wonders for Owl's DPS. Oh! Hi! Monster from Final Fantasy IV? Question mark? Can I help you? Monsters! Anacondas. Who's up for some chilled snake? That doesn't sound good. I'm sorry for even suggesting that. Time to turn invisible. Alright. You turn invisible and get hit anyway. What luck. Silver armlet. Yeah, actually, I think the thief is doing really good on defense. I'll give that to White Mage. Hi! Oh, good grief, it's these guys again. At least them being cloaked figures makes sense. Well, so far our revisit's going well. We're doing fine on potions. Our spell charges are looking a little iffy, but they're not terrible. Man, that rune blade, that completely destroyed that gargoyle. Holy cow. I don't know if it has special... It was just a critical hit, apparently, because that second hit did not do nearly as much damage. Jeez! Calm down, guys. You're massacring them. Monsters! Good old Pisco demons. Thing is, I don't think they count as undead, otherwise I'd use Diara on them, but it's, oh, I could use silence. I mean, I haven't seen him cast magic, but I don't know. Man, fire did nothing. I'm about to put these squids on ice, though. I didn't do much either. One left, huh? Got him! Really? All that for an antidote? Yeah, there's definitely nothing in there. That's unfortunate. Preemptive strikes are good. They're very helpful. Monsters! You know what? I'll cast a Dia and see if that works. If it works, I'll use Diara. No, it doesn't work. They're not undead. Oof, that hurt. $1,020 gil. Would I say that was worth it? There is an achievement for getting all the treasure chests. I don't know if I'm going to go for achievements, but if I were going to in any Final Fantasy game, it would be this one, because it's a, wouldn't say easier, but it's a very simple game compared to its successors. I'm not much of an achievement hunter, but, you know, it'd be interesting to say that I did do that. I say that, but, you know, I would absolutely 100% the achievements on Final Fantasy IV. Red Mage's looking a little worse for wear. I should pay more attention to that. Ambushed by slime. Guess they were hiding in the green ground, or there's like pond scum or something. Evil effectively eliminated. And I get all the treasure. Yes. Yes, I did. I'm out of spell charges. Yeah. They are among one of the weirder sprites for slimes. They were probably designed in direct contrast of Dragon Quests. They're like, they made their slimes all cute and junk. We're gonna make them as ugly as possible. As ugly and unmarketable as possible. Alright. We made it. So, we'll make it back to Elfheim, stop at the inn there, and call it a night. It's been a great run today. Got a lot done. Oh, we've got pretty good amounts of money too, so we're pretty well off right now, so. Alright. Awesome. Like I said, we got a lot done today. We went through the Marsh Cave, completed that task, got the crown, fought the Dark Elf King, Astos, went and got all the treasure that were, well, most of the treasure that would be the fruits of our labor in that regard. And next time, we will go to see the dwarves, open the channel, go to Melmond, and see what we can do about revitalizing the Earth Crystal. Thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. I'll probably go over to Dulz's channel once he starts streaming. If he hasn't already. Yeah, he has already. He just started, so yeah. But yeah, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you all have a great night. It's been a blast. We'll pick this up back again next week. Good evening.